Thank you for joining me on this morning flow. It'll be gentle but hopefully energising to take you into the rest of your day. And we're just going to begin in a seated position. Taking anything you need to make you more comfortable. You might want a block underneath the sit bones. So we'll just start to drop into our breath. Noticing how the body feels this morning. Making this your own practice, not pushing yourself into anything that's too uncomfortable. You can choose to keep your eyes open, just keep them low and soft, or you can gently close them. You can keep the palms grounded to the body if that feels more grounding, or you can take the palms open. And just noticing if your breath is travelling from your chest down to your belly, and you can take the hands to the low belly to increase that response. Not trying to change the breath in any way, just noticing how you feel as you've arrived on your mat for this class. Just sending the breath down into the low belly. And we're just going to do a few rounds of box breathing. So you can imagine tracing a box in your mind. So we're going to take a clearing breath to begin. So breathing in through the nose and sighing it out the mouth. Inhale and sighing it out. One more. And then we're going to inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Pause. 2, 3, 4. Inhaling. 2, 3, 4. Pause. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Pause. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Pause. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Pause. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. Pause. Exhale. Pause. Inhale. Pause. Exhale. Pause. Now just breathe in normally through the nostrils. We're going to take the arms out wide and overhead, following the thumbs with the gaze, and exhale the fingertips down towards the mat. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling, rooting down, really feeling the alignment of the spine from the sit bones to the neck. Inhaling. We're going to do 2 more. Really stretch up and reach up. Inhaling, the hands up Exhaling, twist to the left side. Grounding that right knee down, growing tall to begin. Exhale to twist and look over that left shoulder. Taking a deep inhale here. And exhale back to centre. Inhaling, the arms come back up. Exhaling to twist. Inhaling to grow tall. Exhale, looking over the right shoulder. Inhaling deeply. Exhaling. Inhale. Exhale to centre. So we're going to speed that up a little bit with the breath. We're going to inhale. Twist to the left. Inhale. And twist to the right. Try and bring your twist from your thoracic, your mid-spine. Keeping your sit bones and your knees grounded to the earth. We're going to come back to centre. We're just going to switch the feet if you've had them crossed over in easy pose with the heels in a line. And we're going to just start to roll over the knees and then back. Bringing the chest forward and then rounding the spine, taking it back on the exhale. So inhaling forward and exhale, rounding the spine. So you're almost doing a cat-cow in a seated position. Inhaling forward, exhaling back. And we're going to change direction. Really try and trace a circle with the sit bones and this tailbone here on the mat. Inhaling forward, exhale to come back. Then come to stillness here. And we're going to come into butterfly pose with the soles of the feet together. You don't have to have the heels close to the pelvis. You can have a nice wide diamond shape with the legs here. And just rolling the shoulders back for 4, and then rolling them forward. Then we're going to grow tall, lengthen the spine, taking the crown of the head up towards the ceiling, and then we're going to hinge from the hips on the exhale, coming towards the feet. Exhaling to fold. You can interlace the fingers on the feet, making sure you're keeping the chest open. And exhale to fold. Inhale to make space in the body, and exhale to move into the space. And we're just going to stay here for about 4 nice deep breaths. Really sending the breath into the back body here. Dropping the head and the neck, making sure there's no tension. You can take a little no gesture and a little yes gesture. Completing that 4th breath here, you can maybe take a sigh out the mouth. Then you use the hands to walk back up to the body. So, we're going to come over the knees. In whatever ways, we're going to come into a tabletop position. So fingertips are nice and wide on the mat. Shoulders are in line with wrists and hips in line with knees, and the tops of the feet are flat on the mat. So we're going to drop the belly, pull the chest through, look up for our inhale for cow pose. And then we're going to round the spine, tuck the tailbone and push down into the mat for cat. Inhaling, back to cow, exhaling round the spine. Inhaling, exhaling round the spine. Try and make this fluid with your own breath, just meaning that there's not too long a pause between your inhale and your exhale. And this just brings a bit of fluidity to the spine first thing in the morning before we come into any other postures. Really bringing your chin to your chest on your cat pose. Stretching the back of the neck. Then we're going to take a little wrist stretch, but keeping the cat-cows. So we're going to come forward on the inhale and round, and then we're going to take it back almost to a child's pose. Waking up the wrists. Once you've went forward in one direction, take it the other way. Really pull in the sit bones towards the back of the room as you sit back. And change direction again. From here, we're going to do thread the needle. So we're going to take the right palm up towards the ceiling and we're going to take it through. But we're going to do that a few times to wake up that shoulder. With the breath, exhaling to thread. Inhale to reach, exhale to thread. So on that third one, we're going to take the right ear to the mat and the back of the palm up towards the ceiling. You can interlace the fingers here, helping you to open the chest. The neck should be loose and relaxed. Breathing here. And you can take this arm up and over the back. Palm of the hand facing the ceiling. And then if you want to come into rolling panda, taking the ball of the foot of the left side and opening the chest up towards the ceiling, twisting to open. Really breathe here. Deep low belly breaths. Or you can keep the hand out in front. Just taking that left hand back towards the front of the face, lowering that left hand and using the left hand to push up and out. And you might want to take a couple of circles in each direction to loosen off the shoulder. Now we're just going to take that on the other side, reaching up and thread. Inhaling to reach up, twisting, exhaling. Last one before we come down onto the left ear to hold. Coming onto that left ear. And you can take whatever arm variation that suits you. So interlacing the fingers and pulling the fist away from the body, or you can have the hand, the fingertips reaching out to the top of your mat, or taking that right hand over the back body. If you want to take that rolling panda variation, you can take the right ball of the foot and open the chest towards the ceiling. And breathe. 2 more breaths here. Then bringing that right hand back down towards the mat to stabilise yourself, and taking that right knee back and taking those circles with the left shoulder. We're going to come into a little toe stretch, so taking the knees and the toes together, and we're going to wake up the feet by walking back. So we're going to tuck the little toes in, making sure that they're not getting crushed. And we're just going to breathe into the sole of the foot, really waking up the plantar fascia and the sole of the foot. Inhaling, arms come up. Exhaling, cactus arms, so fingers nice and bright towards the ceiling, and you can open the heart and the chest. This is your exhale. So we'll inhale and exhale. Inhaling, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale. Really feeling the movement in the scapula and the shoulder blades here down the back. Exhale. Then we're going to take the hands back to the mat. We're going to give the tops of the feet a little tap to wake them up. And we're going to come into our first downward facing dog. So feet are hip width distance. Index fingers are pointed towards the front of your mat. Tucking the toes and lifting the knees, keeping them bent for now. And pull the tail, push the tailbone towards the ceiling. So you're looking for alignment in the spine here, running from the crown of the head to the tailbone. So taking a generous bend in the knees, and the gaze is at the belly button, your drishti, which is your focus point. Pedaling out the feet, taking a heel one at a time down towards the mat. And then we're going to come forward over the arms a little, almost into a very high relaxed plank, and then come back into your down dog for a few breaths. Trying to relax the shoulders and the neck here. You can sigh it out the mouth if that feels good. One more. So we're going to lift the right foot off the mat. And we're going to bend the knee towards the sit bones, and we're going to open that hip. We're just going to do 3 rolls here, trying to keep the weight even in the hands here. And then we're going to extend that foot, come onto the ball of the foot to give you more space as you bring the right foot to the mat, coming into a runner's lunge. We're going to shake, we're going to roll the hips side to side to wake up that joint. Bringing the weight forward and coming into a high crescent lunge here. Breathe in here, engaging the bandhas. Gaze can be forward. Then we're going to shorten that stance and come into a warrior one. So you can straighten that back leg to begin, and then you can bend into that front leg. Then we're going to interlace the fingers here, taking the palms of the hands up to the ceiling, and we're going to do a little side stretch to the right for an exhale. Inhale and exhale. Then we're going to take the fingertips back to the mat. We're going to flatten the left palm and take a twist to the right, taking that right arm up for one breath, and taking the fingertips back, and then we're going to bring both feet to the top of the mat and come into a forward fold. Knees can be bent, just hanging the head for a few breaths. Then we're just going to, from our forward fold, we're going to set back to plank pose. And either bringing the knees down or keeping the elbows close to the chest, we're going to come through chaturanga into an up dog or cobra. Inhaling here and exhaling back to down dog. Taking a breath in our down dog, and then we're going to lift that left foot to the ceiling. Bending the knee and taking those 3 hip circles on the left side. We're going to inhale the left leg long, lifting the ball of the right foot to make space. Coming into our runner's lunge and taking those 3 hip wiggles. We're going to take the fingertips up and overhead for our high crescent lunge. Taking a breath here, and then we're going to interlace the fingers, taking the palm over to the top of the ceiling, inhaling, and then back over to the other side, and exhale to come back down. We're going to shorten our stance and come into our warrior one. So straightening that back leg, and then bend into the left. Making sure that left knee is pointing out towards the top end of your mat. Taking a breath here. Then we're going to take the fingertips down to the floor. Flatten the right hand and take that twist. And then we're going to step towards our forward fold. Inhaling here, exhaling to fold. From here, we're going to take the right leg back towards the back of the mat, and we're coming into our warrior two legs. So our left toes are facing the top of the mat, and this right foot is facing the back. Taking your warrior spear, arms in line, take a little peek back to check your drishti is at top. And breathe here. Keeping the shoulders relaxed. Then we're going to inhale up to sun warrior. Exhale, bringing the left elbow to the left knee, extended side angle. Then we're going to inhale. We're going to do that 2 more times, exhaling to side angle. Inhaling, sun warrior. Exhaling, extended side angle. From here, we're going to cartwheel the fingertips down. And coming back to our forward fold for a breath. From our forward fold, we're going to take the left foot back to our warrior two, cartwheeling the arms up to our warrior two position. Hips are facing forward to side, and this knee is pushing out. Then we're going to inhale, fingertips high to the side, sun warrior, with the left hand resting. Exhale, extended side angle, Right elbow comes to right knee. Inhaling, Sun Warrior, fingertips reach up towards the sky. Exhaling, extended side angle. Inhaling, exhaling. We'll do that one more time. You're doing brilliant. And then we'll cartwheel the hands down. This time, we're going to lower that knee, taking the right foot back, toes together, knees apart, and we're going to walk the hands out to Balasana, child's pose. Taking the forehead to the mat, letting the chest sink in here. Take a few more breaths. Then we're going to lift the forehead, walk the hands out towards the left hand side of the mat. And you can take that left hand up and over the back for tadpole. Taking a few breaths here again, resting the forehead on the floor. Really breathing into that right side body. Then taking the left fingertips back down and walking over to the right hand side for a side stretch. From here, we'll take the right hand back to the mat and we're going to walk the hands back to the body. I'm going to play the heart-tuned crystal bowl for Savasana. So a little invitation for a heart opener pose. You're going to take the blocks. One block is going to sit in where the base of the shoulder blades, where your bra strap would sit. And then this second block is to support the head. Taking a moment to come back into this gently, you can take the soles of the feet to the mat, using the hands to support yourself to get that first block into the right position. And then leaning back, and taking that second block. Actually, just going to take it, resting the head back. From here, you're free to lengthen out the legs, letting the feet fall out to the side, and you can take the arms out wide for a supported fish pose. And taking some nice deep breaths here, releasing all control of the breath, letting any tension or negative talk about the practice fall away, opening the heart and sending the breath anywhere into the body that feels good. breath back to the body, bringing your mind back into the room, into your space. Thank you so much for joining me for this class. I hope you have a wonderful day.